There's a newly accepted paper in the Journal of Nutrition, currently available as a pre-proof. So it was only accepted, I think, 8 or 9 days ago. Morton and colleagues. This is another narrative review. So over 100 years of carbohydrate research condensed down and synthesized into this paper. So mechanistic evidence, applied sports science, specific observations from cycling, running, and ultra endurance. The 2016 ACSM guidelines capped intake at 90 grams per hour. Morton argues that evidence now supports up to 120 grams in trained athletes. Here is where it directly challenges that Noakes position. Noakes says preventing hyperglycemia is the goal. Keep blood sugar stable and you are fine. Morton shows that 120 grams per hour in a 3-hour steady state cycling model, the crossover point was prevented. The typical shift towards greater fat reliance did not occur. Lower doses only delayed it. Exogenous oxidation rates were higher. Whole body carbohydrate oxidation was maintained. Running economy improved by 3% at 120 versus 60 grams per hour in marathoners under lab conditions. That is not just preventing bonk, that is sustaining the capacity to produce power, maintain pace, and hold economy. Now, the limitations from this new review. Most of the mechanistic work is on trained men, so there's very little female specific data. It's fairly limited. There is no definitive performance trial comparing 90 versus 120 grams under standardized lab conditions. GI symptoms increase with higher doses, especially in running, and a multi-site trial in recreationally trained cyclists found diminishing performance returns beyond about 78 grams per hour. So the dose response may not be linear. And the personalization section is interesting because it actually concedes some ground. A proof of concept study reduced intake by 28% whilst maintaining peak oxidation. So the answer to Noakes is not simply that more carbs is always better, it is that the ceiling is higher than he claims, but not everyone needs to hit it. Body size matters, gut training matters, individual capacity matters. So 2 papers, 2 positions. The Noakes paper says preventing hyperglycemia is enough. Morton says it's the floor, not the ceiling. I know what I'll do. Saddle up.